Greetings and welcome back to Fisher Wealth Management's Tips of the Week. Once again, I'm Rick Fisher, Managing Partner here at Fisher Wealth Management. It's November now, so it's time for some end of the year planning. Just like the beginning of the year, I like to encourage folks to kick off the new year with a New Year's resolution of getting your family's financial house in order. End of the year is also an excellent time to dig out your financial records and make sure that you are getting maximizing the value of all your financial instruments. A couple things to pay attention to here at the end of the year. Number one is make sure that if you're over the age of 70 and a half, you get out your required minimum distribution. For those of you that are over the age of 70, the IRS does require you to take out some of your IRA money every year, and if you don't, it's one of the stiffest penalties that the IRS doles out. 50% of the amount you were supposed to take. You do have a December 31st deadline on that. Please try and pay attention. Also, any of you that like to give charitably, those charitable gifts also need to be made by December 31st. With the recent rally we've had in equity prices, many of you have some appreciated securities in your portfolio. Great thing to consider giving charities like that appreciated stock position just as much as they like a check coming out of your cash, and you can get rid of a future tax liability that way. So a good thing to consider is some appreciated securities for your charitable gift ideas. Also, if you have a taxable estate and you need to do some planned giving to children or grandchildren, remember you have till December 31st to give the kids about $14,000 a piece without having to file a gift tax return. So make sure you get that done if necessary. This year is going to be a little bit different than the last few, specifically because you're going to see something on your statement you hadn't seen in a while if you own mutual funds. The tax distributions this year are most likely going to be a bit more significant than in years past because of this nice rally we've had in financial markets. So most of your companies have let you know by now what those are going to be. So please have a look and pay attention to that if you have not already. If you need to offset that, it's a great time to look at your investment portfolio and look for things that may have an unrealized loss. It may be in your best interest to recognize that loss to offset some capital gains taxes that otherwise you and your family are going to pay. It's also, you have till December 31st to max out any retirement plans that you have. So if you participate in a 401k plan, a 403b plan, a 457 plan, any of these company sponsored plans, you have until December 31st to put as much away as you can in those plans. For people that are under the age of 50, that's up to $17,500 this year. If you're over 50 years old, you can put up to $23,000 of a salary deferral or your money in those plans. Remember, in this high tax environment that we're in today, it is my wish that you take full advantage of any tax preference accounts that you can to help your money grow as efficiently for you as possible. So these are a few ideas for you to button up things in the last couple months of the year. If you're not having these types of conversations with your advisor of choice and you need some help in this area, we do welcome you to call me or one of our financial planners down here at Fisher Wealth Management. Thanks again for listening, and stay tuned for more Fisher Wealth Management Tips of the Week.
Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from